LA too, it's pretty difficult to find someone who knows about tech. And in San Francisco, I mean, I'm sure it's 10 times easier, but we went and talked to lawyers and we said, oh, do you know what dig is? And they're like, oh, no, I've never heard of that. And we were like, come on, we're going to do an investment for a website. You don't know what dig is, you know? Yeah. So, I mean, we ended up with a firm called Buchalter. We're very happy with them. So can't say enough about them.
Okay. So you said that a lot of like the negotiations, you know, came through you guys, you know, and I guess so the lawyer was strictly just for paperwork or something like that, or?
Yeah, it was for mainly for putting it on paper. You know, there are so many things that we were able to negotiate ourselves, yeah, but that was probably a quarter of the things that we needed to negotiate. Exactly. There's so many more things that we needed to discuss, and having the lawyers involved with that helped, you know, put it on paper and make it more official.
Yeah, something our lawyer said was that it doesn't matter if it's $800,000 or $100 million, the paperwork is the same. So we ended up with, I don't know, we have a book like this thick. It's like, you know, 1,000 pages of paperwork we have to go through. So, but it was a good experience overall. We learned a lot.
Did he ask to see for any financial records? I mean, because anything like that?
It was full disclosure. I mean, every contract we'd ever signed, every Excel sheet we had, so we gave him everything.
Yeah. And the entire process took how
long? From beginning to end, meeting with the investor to the final, about 3 months, I'd say. End of December to middle of February.
Would that, you say, be a typical, I mean, time frame that, I mean, from what you guys seen so far?
Yeah, I think so. People said that was actually kind of fast, from meeting to the actual getting the final check, you know. So yeah, we actually, and it actually would have gone faster, except it was during the holiday season. So I mean, the lawyers took like a 2-week vacation in January. We were like, what's going on? You know,
we're anxious. We're anxious to close, and they're taking vacation. But it wasn't actually.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was during Christmas and New Year's and all that, so people were off.
We lost about a week.
Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely very efficient.
Yeah.
So now that you guys, you know, have gotten the funding, you know, what do you guys plan to do with it?
The biggest thing is marketing. I mean, more than, I'd say, 70% of the money is going towards marketing. Our jobs now are to grow the site. I mean, the site is pretty much up and running. We're doing a few design changes, kind of like a major overhaul actually of the site. We're adding a lot of new sections to the site to keep people coming back for more new stuff. But all of it goes into marketing. I mean, that's our biggest job, is to grow the site as fast as we can.
You guys seem to have done a really good job in terms of getting yourselves out there. All that press coverage that you had, was that prior to the funding, or, you know, was that after?
We did actually have a lot of press coverage before funding. Actually, since we only got the funding about a month ago now, we've had, I'd say, more press coverage before the funding. all the press that we've done has been Anthony and I submitting press releases to websites, or people have been submitting our information to websites and to papers. We've been featured in local papers. We've been featured nationally on CNN. And I can't stress to you enough, like another component of advertising, you know, is publicity. And those are two very separate, important things. The value of publicity is amazing. We were recently featured in the Los Angeles Business Journal, and we were featured as a centerfold, basically, next to a full-page ad that probably costs, who knows, probably $100,000 just to have that full-page ad. People don't necessarily look at the ad; they read the content of things. So you know, it's not just advertising and marketing; it's publicity.
You mentioned marketing, you know, but what are you? I mean, who are you marketing to?
Well, there's a number of things we're doing. We're setting up a lot of contacts with affiliates, so we're getting a lot of banner ads online. We're branding the name. We're also going to start a TV advertising campaign in the LA area. We think LA is such a hub of, you know, untapped talent. And come on, in LA, you're either a scriptwriter, a model, or an actor, or all three at the same time. You know, everyone you know. And so we have such a great resource here, and we're really going to try to tap that market. We have TV ads, like I said, banner ads, and we're starting. One of the things is we're putting together events that we're going to try to get celebrities at to try to co-brand the name with them. So those are probably our 3 major advertising endeavors.
Also, a big aspect of it is partnering with the right organizations, and we're in talks with the major talent agencies in the area: William Morris Agency, the CAA, UTA, you know, Endeavor. These are all the major talent agencies in the industry, and by kind of partnering with them, we'll be able to make our brand, you know, associate our brand with a dominant name in the industry. You know, we haven't closed any of the deals yet, but it's looking very promising, and it's those types of things that are also going to attract the users that we're looking for. And as I mentioned earlier, before the interview, there are 3 parts in the Taltopia equation. There's the talent industry, there's the actual aspiring artists, and there's the fans. And we're looking to attract all three of those. American Idol is nothing without their fan base. It's because of their fans that people on that show have become so successful. And we really not only value the aspiring talent on our site, but we value the fans that help get them the exposure.
So tell me about Taltopia, and like, what separates itself, from any other, say, talent search site.
Yeah. Taltopia, I mean, it's very, very organized. When you come visit the site, there's a very organized category structure. It's easy to find what you're looking for. We're adding a new feature that lets you sift through our talent and find, if you're looking for someone with blonde hair, green eyes, 5'6", you're going to be able to find that talent. Also, Anthony mentions this usually in other interviews, is that it's hard to find the talent you're looking for on the major social networks. I know MySpace has a music section, but good luck finding an artist in the MySpace music category.
Yeah, it's so convoluted on the major players, and that's something we knew before we started the website. We knew we couldn't just do a general social network. It's all in the niches, you know what I mean? And so imagine trying to find an up-and-coming band on MySpace. Good luck. Yeah, you can't do it. On our site, it's up-and-coming bands are rated by the users. You already know what the users like. You already know if no one on our site has been signed, I don't think, and it's really providing the tools to the talent so they can help themselves grow. That's what our site does. It's a resource for talent.
And what are these tools?
You have self-promotion tools, a very viral Web 2.0 thing to do. You can submit it to any of the major sites like Dig, Reddit, Stumble. You have an email tool that lets you email anyone in your email list, like from your Gmail, your MSN, any of those things. And the site really lets you build a fan base. We have the Wall of Fame, which is another feature on the site that you can pay to be on our front page. So imagine the exposure you can get from being on a front page of a major website. You can grow your fan base instantly.
But wouldn't it be determined on, okay, you said that you pay to be on the Wall of Fame. What if someone's got, say, or has more money than someone else? I mean, wouldn't that be unfair in the system?
Well, I mean, that's something we considered. That's why it has a 21-day time lapse. After 21 days, your media is taken down. Unless you're outbid, then it's instantly. But the whole point of it is you don't have to pay for FameBucks. Your fans can donate it to you. And FameBucks are earned just by using the site. It's a reward system, which is also another Web 2.0 thing that's really going on right now. Anytime you use the site, anytime you vote, anytime you get fans, anytime your media is favored, we have an equation of things that factor into it, but you get FameBucks. So go, sorry.
What about people that, or even groups, kind of like how we mentioned earlier about the Dig community that can game the system? What are you putting in place, to prevent people, from doing something like that?
Well, we monitor everything that goes up just like Dig. We have an equation running in the background, an algorithm that determines what goes on the front page. So any system can be broken, but we're pretty good at it. We've got a pretty good system in place.
One thing that we recently did is implement an email verification system, which we held off on earlier just because we didn't want to limit our growth earlier on. But as we grow, it's more and more important to keep the quality of the site up. So we do have a email verification system that you have to verify your email before you can create an account, and that's helped slow down people that are malicious in overvoting. And another thing is you can only vote on each media once. So we have a database that checks to see if you voted on a media before or not. So it's only one vote per user.
So is Taltopia something more of a talent management software or application or site?
Well, it can be called that, but we're more of a social network that has a talent aspect to it. We're very heavy in promoting talent. Our biggest thing is we don't want to manage talent. We're not good at that. We're good at the online aspect of it. So we really want to build a repertoire or a database of talent that's coming to the site, and the site has a certain stickiness factor that keeps them coming back. You can go to